Hey guys, so one of the benefits of getting older, you don't have to put up with stuff you didn't like anymore. As you get older, or you just get used to your ways, you get used to what you like, what your tolerance is, and my tolerance is starting to be up to here. I just don't deal with it no more. We're older, we don't need to deal with that stuff. So today, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about a few things that I don't have patience for. I don't just even deal with anymore. Getting older has its pluses, and that's one big one. Number one, no longer care about what people think about me. I mean, you know what I mean. I want to be a nice person. But if that person over there's got an issue with me, or somebody's like, hey, too bad. I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I don't try to harm anybody else. I'm out there trying to be nice to people. We're trying to make sure the world's a better place. If you got a problem with me because of what I drive, or the politics I like, or the kind of music I listen to, it's not what life's about. You know what I mean? So I don't have time for that anymore. I'm a good person. Like me or don't like me, move on down the road. Possessions. That's another thing. Not worried about it anymore. I used to be. Used to really like things. I'll tell you what, I love my guitars. And I made a mistake. I needed all the guitars. Not all of them, but I needed more than I really needed. And what I found out was you can only play one at a time. When you realize that, then you realize what's really important. It's your guitar playing, your ability, rather than the instrument, most of the time. Same thing with possessions. You know what I mean? I got some things I care about, and I still get nice stuff. But the ones that I don't need to collect things. You know, nothing against anybody that has collections. But I'm just saying possessions are something that I'm not too worried about anymore. I get what I need, move on down the road. Another thing, fitting in socially, fitting in with a crowd. Nah, that's not me. I've always believed that, I'm my own person, like I'm sure everybody out there did. But you know how people get, hey, Johnny's got this and she's got that. I don't worry about that stuff anymore. I'd rather be my own person. I mean, heck, other people want to try to be like me. Not, you know what I mean? I don't mean like everybody wants to be like me. But I always believe, march to your own beat. Don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about fitting in. Just be a good person. Bring to the table your good characteristics. Help people. You know what I mean? Good people gravitate to good people. So don't worry about so much about fitting in. Never was a big fan of that. Definitely not going to do it anymore now that I'm getting older. I'm just going to keep being me, right? I'm sure you feel the same way. Another thing, trends. I'm not so worried about trends anymore. I mean, when we were younger, you had to have a certain kind of clothing, article, like a whatever label on your shirt. Maybe I know when I was a kid in school, Levi Strauss, were the big pants. And the kids in school had like the corduroys and the jeans. My family, we couldn't always afford that. We got the like budget, no-name versions. And your parents do the best they can do for you. But, I probably gave my mom a bunch of grief about that stuff that I didn't need to do. So I don't worry about that anymore. I buy my shirts. I'll just get a nice, comfortable shirt. Doesn't have to have a name on it. Doesn't have to be trendy. I mean, honestly, I like the trends, like a lot of people are probably going to give me grief for this, but beards. In the last 5, 6, 7 years, all these guys got these big beards like, hey, I'm a badass, I got a beard. And I have some friends that have beards and are a badass. But you get a lot of guys that grow a beard, and all of a sudden, they're just worried about, hey, look at me. I'm the big guy. So nothing against the beards, but that was a trend that I just chose not to follow. Now, a lot of guys look great and good for you. But I saw everybody doing it, and I thought if everybody does it, then I'm just jumping on the trend. So for me, I didn't do it. So if you got a beard, don't hate me. Beards are cool, but not everybody needs a beard. You know what I mean? Another thing, relationships. Bad people, especially with Facebook. My God, guys, I'm 59 years old, and I've got friends and family that don't know how to use that thing. They can't handle Facebook. I'm not kidding, man. It's like they're insecure and they're jealous. They sit at home on their keyboard, they watch you live your life, they get jealous and they make silly comments. Guys like me confront you and say, hey, what was that about? Not on social media. I'll confront you face to face. And I had that happen. And people don't, I'm like, guys, look, life's not about, sitting at home making a comment on that. If you want to say something good, like, hey, congratulations, all for it. If you want to say some junk that doesn't belong there, I'm going to let you know. So I don't have time for that anymore. Let them know how I feel. Take care of the situation, move on. You probably feel the same way, right? There's too much craziness going out there with social media. Other thing, big deal, living on somebody else's schedule. As in, let's say we're going to an event tonight, right? You and your wife, or your husband and you're going with me and my wife. But if I'm late and you're on time, I'm slowing you down, right? Not just like a couple minutes late, but if I change the whole plan that's already been set up, living on somebody else's schedule. Let me tell you guys, so many times as of late, like some people we know, a guy I work with and his kids, and then you try to do something and the kids are late, what makes the whole thing. I don't have time for that. I'm not hating you for it, but I'm not waiting on your ass. No, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If you're not on time and you're late, that's okay. I'll see you there. But I'm not waiting. I'm not changing my life because you don't know how to show up on time. So for me personally, that's a big one. Just don't have time for it. I don't deal with it anymore. I don't argue or anything. I just say, all right, see you there. The other one is like BS. BS from all kinds of angles. I don't have time for it. I don't want to deal with it. If you got some issues in your life, or you don't like somebody for some reason, or you're stirring up trouble, stirring up a pot, life's too short for that, guys. Put your effort into positive vibes. You know what I mean? Positive vibes. When you go out and you're shopping, ask that cashier, how's your day? You're at the restaurant, you're lucky you're going out for dinner. Ask the waitress, hey, how's your day today? What's new with you? Guarantee you they're probably going to smile. They're going to be happy that somebody asked them. It's going to take all the pressure away and all the bad stuff they had going on. So no BS. Be a good person. Be kind. That's what I say. So that sums it up, guys. Tap a like if you agree with me on this video or enjoyed any of the topics I covered. Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts. You're getting older like me, almost 60 here. My patience is wearing thin a little bit. I still try to be a good guy. I just don't have any time for the BS. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You have a great day, okay? Love you guys. See you in the next one. Later.